So now it's 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his...
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll throw deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And he fends him off. And he will score. It's a touchdown. It's their quarterback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Texans are in for 6. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, shifty.
Whoa.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. How about that? Their quarterback, 76 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously, a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
To throw now on 1st down. Flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Play action. They'll throw out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. And now out comes Houston. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Oh,
the
leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-task.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off William Gay, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Texans on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8.
3-19.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Bruce Ellington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Charles Hearn. They'll look to throw here. Forced out to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Room past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
They give him a gain of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Buying time, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Brandon Copeland in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Steven Anderson, his first touchdown of the new season. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Able to fight through one tackle. Dancing to his left. Now he's got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
We got three. Here we go now.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Caught left side Hopkins. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Completion left side to Miller. Trotty. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the they'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. B.J. Goodson in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The sack cost them only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Gets past one man, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. Not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
He can run for it, and he will. Oh, what a juke into space. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they got it here. 1st and 10. Forced out to and he caught it up. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he...
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I upped it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. Company in the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't wanna eat. If you said he want, they don't want no steam. Put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling. Fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this flock. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the block on the app.
Money and company, no, baby. I don't need no company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck in this froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same.
Guys, last time we were out here, coaching staff didn't like what we saw. You all know it wasn't good enough. So let's make up for that today and have a great one. I know you got it in you. So let me see that greatness come out on the field, all right? Let's do it.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! They don't want no problems with me. Got good. I ain't know I brought it. I hit a bad. Someone now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
Hey man, listen, great job today. It's a step in the right direction for you and this team. And as long as you keep moving in the right direction, we're gonna be just fine.
Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where waste at. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, soulless buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in the breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. the price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Gummy, back up on a backboard. When she ask me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach.
Here we go. 319! 319!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll get it out a couple. Yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
And an alley to run. Got some real estate inside the 30. Past the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans take it all the way. They're going to look to throw. And an alley to run. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll set up to throw. Fighting through pressure. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. That's a good sign early for the Colts, who had just 25 sacks last season.
People talk about putting an emphasis on an area of need. That's showing that the emphasis is paying off. Going ahead and getting to the quarterback early. When you only have 25 sacks in a season, that's not going to get you to the playoffs.
That was 31st in the league. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a handoff to Miller. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
So the big play nullified. Illegal forward pass. And now out comes Houston. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the... And now out comes Houston. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. Margus Hunt able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20, and they are going to take over right there at the 20. And now out comes Houston.
Here we go now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not.
He'll look to throw. And he showed a nice little juke, but then the window quickly closed. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And in, you expect your roaming free safety to come up with, but it's second down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another.
Downs here so far. And the Texans will add on on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And now he'll tuck it and run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. He'll drop to throw. Now he's flushed out left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but and now out comes Houston. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Now let's go!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. John Simon. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now out comes Houston. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Gets around him. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And now running right through it. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the fourth. Now a first carry for Deontay Foreman, who was lost to the Achilles injury last year. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll look to throw here. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is...
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Forced out to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw. He's got Fuller. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And here comes the Texans now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice the game.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Being chased out left. And he's going to go down again. Jabal sheared in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Illegal touching. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who...
Under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no, but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch they at my nose. Long nights I